recording? There we go. Haley said she had to kick her dog out because it was barking. Yeah. Chip's he's not a barker. He's just a snuggler. So, and Gabe is just like the king of the house right here. But tonight we've got have 3 parts to the call. And so like, if you have to jump off midway, like that's totally cool, but I want you to hang on because this is a really, really big week. So we're going to have motivation and announcements because we only have 1 team call a month. The first Monday of every single month at 8 p.m. it's going to happen. So just kind of plan on it. And then we're going to talk some about bod groups. Okay. And I know that sounds like so just like general, but it's going to be very good. And Laura Hannah is actually going to share some of her tips on how her bod group is just on fire right now and what's really working for her. And so I think that'll be great for all of us because she has some really good, really simple advice that I think a lot of us could confidently bring into our bod groups. And then just because of the timing of this call and what's going on in our business, which is so exciting, is that we have the first phase of Beachbody On Demand Interactive Body, the launch happening this week. And I just want to make sure that you all feel super confident about that launch because holy crap, like we have something big happening this week. And to be honest, like I've always been like, yeah, that's coming. Yeah, that's coming. And then I woke up yesterday and I was like, that's this week. And I just kind of want to share with you all that I've learned that I think you need to know. I want to give you some places where you can go learn more. And I want to give you some action steps, really tangible ones that maybe you can implement into your business to just kind of go with the Beachbody flow with this launch. Because the body launch is going to be huge in terms of consistent income and revenue, flat out. Like it's just going to be awesome. And so I just want you all to feel like you can do something positive with that this month. Okay. And you feel really good about it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get into some of our reminders and announcements. So first of all, if you're a part of our Fit Fighter Nation team page, which I hope that you are, and if you're not, maybe ask your upline coach to make sure you're a part of the Fit Fighter Nation Facebook page. This is the hub of a lot of awesome collaboration that's happening now and the rest of the year. So the first thing that's going to happen this month is starting on Monday, August the 9th, is that we will be hosting a new coach mentorship. It's a 14-day private new coach mentorship for all of our new coaches in our downline, which could be you, which could be your new coaches. It can also be a chance for your coaches who've been a discount coach or whatnot, who are ready to get their costs covered to join us. Okay. And learn how to do that. The goal of the new coach mentorship is to help coaches get into confident action and be able to cover their own cost of like Shakeology in the month of August, where we end the month of August and everybody knows what to do, how to do it, and hopefully has done that in getting their costs covered, which would be helping 3 people get started. Okay. So there's an event on the team page and all you need to do is to RSVP going, and then you'll get the link to join that group. Okay. Like you don't have to fill out a form or do any kind of application process, just RSVP going, and we'll make sure that you get a message from us that has the link to join the group. Okay. And it will kick off on Monday. All right. More info coming, but just know that that's there. The new coach mentorship is something then that group will be open. So then you can add people to it the rest of the month and they can join at any point in the month and get the content. Okay. So it doesn't you don't have to start on Monday. So if you sign up a new coach on Tuesday, the 10th, they can start in the new coach mentorship, or they can start on the 15th. It doesn't matter. The info will be there and we'll be there to support them. So Megan and I will be doing that together for all of our new coaches. So thank you, Megan. It's going to be great. The second thing is that today I just made a decision for the good of the team that we will have a sweaty Saturday this month. Okay. We didn't have one last month because we had Summit, and I just caught wind of this. Like this is hot off the presses. Okay. This doesn't have anything to do with Sweaty Saturday, but I just got this message that we will be having a live in-person Super Saturday, like where we meet up at a venue and hang out together, the October 16th weekend. Now, I don't know anything about where and what time and that kind of thing, but that is happening. Okay. Super cool. And Beachbody Corporate was like, would you all like a super trainer? Who's going to say no to that? Like, seriously. So we'll be talking more info coming hot off the presses, October 16th weekend. Okay. But that's not what I want to tell you. All right. So Sweaty Saturday for our team. This is a virtual event for our team. It is August 21st, Saturday, August 21st, 9 a.m. Eastern time. So wherever you are, it's 9 a.m. Eastern time. And that's our Diamond Edition. Okay. And, our Diamond Edition means that the core focus of our recognition and our presentation that day will be our Diamond coaches. So all of our active Diamond coaches in the entire downline will be part of the Sweaty Saturday recognition and presentation. And so just so you know that, if you're a fallen diamond, then get it back for that Thursday before, which would be August 19th. August 19th would be the day that you want to wake up as a diamond coach, having a diamond team so that you can be part of the Sweaty Saturday recognition on August 21st at 9 a.m. Okay. So get your team excited for recognition and to be a part of that Sweaty Saturday event. That's all we're talking about, Diamond, because that is like the huge stepping stone to success in this business. We want you to be an Emerald coach, which is where you build to a team of 2. But to be honest, the really cool opportunities, the recognition, and the big like income comes, the bigger income comes, you give yourself a raise when you become a Diamond coach. And so that's what we're doing in our Diamond mentorship, that we're trying to help our coaches achieve Diamond by our SOAR event, which is our live in-person event in September. And I want to bring a lot of attention and recognition to our current Diamond team so you can see who they are and what they're doing, and be inspired by them. All right, which that leads me to our SOAR event. So our SOAR event is coming close to our capacity. I just want to let you know that. We are having a live in-person team event in September. Okay. And that is on September the 26th. It's Sunday, September 26th at 9 a.m. in Carmel, Indiana. I know not everybody's from Indiana, and I would totally appreciate everybody who drives in or makes the trek or whatever, figures something out, because this will be really amazing. It's not just our team getting together to hang out. Our team is getting together for a huge day of recognition, of support, of training, of inspiration, of photos, right? And a workout. But the night before that, on Saturday night before, it is a Diamond night where all of our active Diamond coaches, active as of, active as of September 23rd, Diamond by September 23rd, you will receive an invite to our Diamond night, which is the Saturday night before, where we get together and we have dinner together, we hang out together, we'll have pictures taken together, those kinds of things. It'll be a really special event. But I just don't want anybody to miss this or for you to write it off. I've traveled very far to be at live in-person Beachbody events and invested income that was very well invested for plane flights and Ubers and hotel rooms. Any investment I've ever made in my business, especially to be at an event in person, has always paid off astronomically. The ticket prices for the event are so that we can cover our bases, and we will not cover every dime of the cost of this event, but we just want to get as close to it as we can. And so just so you know that this is not like a money making event whatsoever. We will also have swag ready soon that we will be sending the link out to you guys so you can order your SOAR event swag, which is so cool. It's so awesome. We'll have a sweatshirt, we'll have a tank, and it's so cool. And I think you're going to really love it. We've been working hard on that. We have a really great team of coaches that have been planning that event. And so look for that soon. But I just don't want you to miss it. And if there's just something in the back of your head that's like, I really want to be there, then I want you to figure out how you can be there. On our team page, there is an event link. So on the Facebook page for Fit Fighter Nation, you click on events. There is an event link for the SOAR event. That's where you will find the Eventbrite link where you go buy tickets. So you buy tickets from our Eventbrite link. that's something that I would ask for you guys to share with all of your coaches to be there as well. It's going to be super, super fun. Okay. And then I think that was the last announcement I wanted to make, unless I missed something. Did I miss anything team-wise from anybody? Anybody? Did I miss anything? Okay. I think I got it. Megan's outside with her blanket. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to put this on speaker view because I always forget to do that. And so when I record, then it doesn't just, it's not everybody's picture. Okay. So now I'm going to get into a little bit of motivation, and I've been sharing this book with anybody that will listen to me. Okay. And so this is Jon Acuff Soundtracks. Has anybody read this book? Put in the chat box if you've read this book. Or maybe you've heard him speak on a podcast and share about it, or you've been on different trainings or calls where Jon Acuff has shared about this. Anybody? Because I know that a lot of you have read this book. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I know Stephanie listened on Audible. It's so good. I usually love listening to books on Audible. This is one I've really loved reading as well. Okay, Megan's not. Yeah, he's so good. What I love about Jon Acuff, he's funny. He's super simple. He's to the point, and he gives me great examples that helps me remember things. Very quick to read, very simple to read. There's nothing complex about Jon Acuff, which honestly, like with so much in my head, I feel like that's so great. But what I wanted to share, I wanted to give you a little nugget, and I gave this nugget to our coaches last night on our Diamond Mastermind. So the title of the book is Soundtracks, and it's all about stopping overthinking. Okay. And the way that I've kind of like made sense of all of this is that we're all really awesome at overthinking, because, and here's how you know if you're a great overthinker, that sometimes you feel paralyzed with information that you cannot take action, or in any event, you are second guessing what you're wearing, what you say, how you interact with people, or how you handled a situation. And after you leave a situation, you replay it 45 times in your head, thinking of other ways you could have handled it. When you sit down to work your business, you're thinking of all the other things you should be doing, and you're wondering what people are going to think of you. Before you post on social media, you're like, is my mom going to see this? Is my mother-in-law going to see this? What are they going to say? Are they going to think that, you know, I talk about myself too much? It's another sweaty selfie. My abs aren't whatever enough, or I'm not this enough to post this on social media. Like, has anyone had any of those thoughts ever run through their head in their course of their lifetime? Okay. So we're overthinkers. And the thing about overthinking is when I used to talk about this, I used to talk about that was fear holding us back. Fear is holding us back. The fear of judgment, the fear of other people. Really, it's just overthinking it, because we're replaying it over and over and constantly in our heads. And what it does is it stops us from doing anything. And then we feel bad for not doing it. And then we are in this vicious cycle. That's this spiral that goes nowhere. And so what we're doing is we're overthinking. And so the concept of this book is the solution to stop that, which I love. And there's this part in the book where Jon Acuff talks about how the fact that he wants to write another book. Like, he's like, I'm an author, I'm a writer, I'm a speaker, and I speak about what I write, but I haven't written a book in over a year. So I need to write a book. But he's overthinking writing a book. And so he says this. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you. The process of becoming that's wrong. That's where I'm starting to wrong. Overthinking makes you feel stuck, which means you don't act. When you're not busy acting, you have more time and energy to overthink. All that additional overthinking makes you feel even more stuck, which leads to more inaction. And I'm laughing because I can see myself doing that. Guess what that inaction turns into? Overthinking. Guess what that overthinking turns into? Inaction. I repeated that little loop thousands of times. If I got near a laptop or thought about jotting down an idea, I'd hear soundtracks, which is like the voice or the negativity, the judgment, the fear in your head. I'd hear soundtracks about how difficult writing the next book was going to be. You don't even have a good idea yet. Until you have a perfect idea, you can't start writing. And I know that a lot of us do that about our results. I don't have good enough results, or I'm not good enough with social media, or I'm not this enough, right? We say, I'm not enough this. You've written 6 books. You don't have anything left to say. The stakes are higher than they've ever been before. All your peers are getting so far ahead of you. After about 18 months, of starting and stopping, quitting and cursing, I'd had enough. I wanted to win again. I was tired of being stuck and knew I'd need a few soundtracks to spur me on. I played around with several, but ultimately settled on the most obvious one I could come up with. So what he means by that is what I used to call mantras, like something positive you could repeat to yourself that would snap you out of a moment that was going to like keep you from moving forward. So he says, I need soundtracks in my head to play, to push play on, like a song. I need a soundtrack in my head that I can push play on, that when I want to stop or when I want to quit or when I want to overthink, that it's going to cause me to keep going forward. So like I used to say things to myself like, Erin, you get to do a lot of amazing things today. Or stepping out of your comfort zone is the only way to move forward. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you, right? Those kinds of mantras. But he calls them soundtracks. And I like this because he says you don't have to create your own soundtracks. You have to maybe borrow them from other people. And so this one, he said, he came up with this soundtrack on his own. John, writer's right. He wants to write a book. He needs a new idea. He's ready to take that next step. So he just said, writer's right. That's it. If I was going to be a writer, I had to write. Which when I read that, I was like, that's the simplest thing I've heard in forever, right? He's a writer and he's holding himself back and he's overthinking writing his next book. So all he had to tell himself every single day was writer's right. He was getting up early. He was not sure if his ideas were good. He just was at the coffee shop. It was time to write. It was his block of time to write. John, writer's right. And so to me, I was like, how does that equate to our business? We're Beachbody coaches. Our goal is to help other people, right? Our goal is to help people live healthy, fulfilling lives and to help our company, Team Beachbody, fulfill that mission. The only way that we can do that is to invite people. We don't have to focus on all of the other things. Social media, sharing, stories, whatever, all the things that we do to overcomplicate what we do, Beachbody coaches invite. That will help us into action and that will give us all that we need. Beachbody coaches invite. So tomorrow when you wake up and you're like, gosh, what the hell do I need to do for this business? I got all the things there's this business activity tracker that tells me I need to post on social media and I need to do this and I need to do that. And then Erin's talking about body, whatever, et cetera, bod groups, whatever. Beachbody coaches invite. Like that's as simple and as easy as we need to keep it. When our head hits the pillow every night, if we're a Beachbody coach that wants to build our business, that wants to make an impact, that wants to help other people, we invite them. That's what we do. We can do it through social media posts, through stories, right? But we also, more importantly, have to do it one-on-one, reaching out to people, extending our hand and inviting them to join us. And that's how we soar in this business. That's how we grow our teams. That's how we help people get results. That's how we change people's lives. That's how it happens month after month consistently, is we invite, right? And so I just want you to take that with you this month. If you do anything this month, you invite. Like if you don't crush the launch of Body, okay, what the heck ever, right? If you get stuck on your journey, okay, but just invite people to do this with you so you can get unstuck, right? Beachbody coaches invite. The coaches that you see constantly recognized on our team that are always on the leaderboards, not just barely on the leaderboards, that are always at the top of the leaderboards, they are always inviting, right? They may let other things about this business go to the wayside. They may not run perfectly like manicured bod groups or have the most beautiful Facebook posts or Instagram posts with graphics and reels and all this stuff, but they are consistently inviting. And that's what this is all about. And so tonight, I think that you're going to get some good ideas. Okay. So that's your little bout of motivation. And so I'm going to move into the second part of the call, which is about our bod groups. Okay. BOD groups. That's our online health and fitness support groups. That's what we host. That's what makes us unique to anything else. That's what makes us, in my opinion, not a salesperson, because we host accountability groups. Because in our BOD groups, which are housed on the Beachbody On Demand app, out of social media, away from all the noise and negativity and judgment of the world, we are able to give people a safe place to come and get results with us, to show up where they are on their journey and to be honest and open, judgment free. We host BOD groups, and that is the bread and butter of what we do. You can show up and say, I want to hit Success Club. I want to get my costs covered. I want to be Emerald. I want to be Diamond. But if we're not hosting or inviting to a BOD group, that is going to fall flat every single time. If you aren't sure how to talk to people about Beachbody, or you get hung up when like people, like you're like, I don't know how to invite people, I don't know how to talk to people about what I'm doing, then it means that you don't have a BOD group to start on your calendar, right? Because if I'm hosting a BOD group that's starting on Monday, August 9th, I know exactly what I'm inviting people to. I know exactly what I'm sharing in my stories. I know exactly how I'm following up with people. And I know exactly how to transition from, oh, you want to get great results, that's awesome, etc., to you should totally join my BOD group. And so I want to make sure that tonight you know about a giveaway that I'm doing for our team, but it's also a challenge. Like I'm doing a giveaway just to put icing on the cake because some of you guys like giveaways. I don't know. Are you motivated by a giveaway? I don't know, but I have some cool, like, let's get up swag. And I also want to give you this book if you don't have it yet. Okay. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway on our team page for everybody that, number one, has a BOD group starting in August that has a theme. Okay. That's not just like Beachbody On Demand group. Your group has a theme, like back to basics. That's the theme of my group. Like that simple, right? It doesn't have to be like anything crazy or anything that's going to take any like big time creativity on your hands. Mine's back to basics because it makes sense to me, because I'm literally back to basics. Kids are in school, routine, meal planning, water, sleep, cooking food versus eating out, right? Like back to routine, back to basics. And so here's my challenge to all of you. And I want you to enter the giveaway, sure, but I want you to have something to invite people to, or you will be lost all month. Okay. That's the thing. We have to have something to invite people to. The number one thing that we can invite people to is to our BOD groups. Now, all of the details in between, that's totally up to you. What are the requirements of your group? What's the start date of your group? What's the theme? This is where you have 100% ownership of what you do. No one is telling you what to do. No one. Like that's what I loved about my coaching business, was that I had this teaching job where everybody told me what to teach, right? They told me what questions to ask on the test. They told me when to start it. They told me when to show up for work. They told me when to eat lunch, when to go to the bathroom, all those things. Like I was told when to do everything for my job, which took away every ounce of my creativity that I thought I was going to get to implement into my career as a teacher. What my business gave me was that outlet. This is where you can do whatever you want. You can keep it as simple as you want, or you can make it as fun and cool and creative as you want. And each month that you lead a BOD group, you're going to learn more. Right? In the first month, it might fall flat and you have to ask yourself, what did I learn from this? Not like, oh, well, I must suck at this, so I can't be a Beachbody coach because me and only one other person checked in. Nope, that's not the case. You didn't suck, right? Let's learn from it. Okay, let's learn from that. And so Laura's going to give you some good tips, but let me share this with you first. I'm almost there, Laura, and then I'm going to pass it over to you. I hope you're on here, Laura. Okay, so team challenge for you is to, number one, start a BOD group in August. Okay. If your group started the first Monday in August, which was today, I'm like, forgot what day it was already. Is it possible to start another one? That's just up to you. It's a question. Is that too much? Is that possible? Maybe it's a free group, like a 5-day or a 7-day free group in BOD groups. For me, maybe I'm going to do like a Beachbody On Demand interactive, a body test group, right? Like you can do anything. So start a bod group, have something to invite people to, have a theme. Number 2 is consider, how do I need to freshen up my group? Freshen it up. So if you've been leading a group and it seems dull and it seems like not super fun and you don't even want to show up to it, it's time to give it a makeover. Okay. And maybe Laura will give you some good ideas on how you could give your group a makeover. But for me, I was kind of thinking like, well, I haven't done a test group in a while. Body's launching. Maybe I could do a test group with that. And everyone who gets Body could be part of this group. And all we're doing is we're tracking our nutrition, because they'll have access to nutrition, our water, our sleep, and 3 workouts a week. And let's just go from there. Shakeology is not required. Performance line's not required. Let's just see what happens and do something fun and different. On the team page, I would love for you, I pinned a post on the Fit Fighter Nation page where you can enter the giveaway, where you answer, I think it was 5 questions about the bod group you're going to start. Do that by Wednesday night. I'm asking you to do it by Wednesday night because I don't need you to overthink it, right? I don't want you to overthink it. I just want you to be like, okay, I'm doing this and I'm committed to it. If you want to team up with somebody else, that's fine. But I think you'll hear from Laura that teaming up with other people was what was actually holding her back. She needed to spread her wings and lead her own bod group and step away from what her coach was doing or the group of people that she was doing it with. And that's really when her bod group started like going crazy, when she did what she wanted to do. So if it's your first group, team up, but maybe you're teamed up and maybe things aren't going great. So maybe you need to start something on your own. Okay. So just some things to think about. Okay. So I'm going to pass it over to Laura because she has some really great ideas for you. Laura, are you on here? I hope you are.
I am here.
Okay, good. I'm going to pass it over. So Laura's going to give you so what was funny is I went on the diamond thread that we have for our coaches and I was like, who's doing great at bod groups? And Laura was like, me, like I'm crushing bod groups. I'm like, awesome. Well, tell us what you're doing. So that's what Laura's going to share with you tonight.
Cool. Thank you, Erin. And first of all, I have to I don't know, I'm fired up today. I did a really fun event yesterday and I'm just like bubbling. So I have to reiterate a couple of things that Erin said. The SOAR event, you need to sign up. I was fortunate enough to join in with a random conglomeration of people in Florida for the summit event. And it was freaking awesome. So getting together in person with real human beings and working out and hearing inspiration. Keyshawn, if you've ever heard her, like, what? She's going to be there. So you need to be at SOAR, A. B, you need to get some of your people to be there because the best part about going to Florida for the event for Summit was all the people that I got to hang out with, the 3 people in my hotel room, the people like that I had elevator conversations with. So like ask other people to join you. I'm asking people who aren't coaches. I'm asking people in my bod group that I know are from Indy. So ask people to join you. Second of all, I loved Erin's inspiration because I don't know if she planned this, but it was right on target with the National Wake Up Call this morning. If you watched it, they talked about overthinking. And if anyone, I cannot remember the little catchphrase. I keep meaning to go back and like hear that part again. But if anyone can remember the little catchphrase that she talked about overthinking, I would love for you to put it in the chat because I need to see that written down to remind me what it was. But listen to that National Wake Up Call if you have not. And then thirdly, just really quickly, before I get to the bod group stuff, I am a Shakeology rut drinker. I find a recipe that I'm madly in love with and I drink it for like 6 solid months and I can't get enough. And then one day I just wake up and I'm like, that's disgusting. And I need a new recipe. And today was that moment for me. I have been madly in love with pina colada for legit like 6 to 9 months. It's all I want. And I cry a little when we're out of like pineapple juice or coconut extract. So if you have a flavor of Shakeology that you are in love with, or not a flavor, but like, you know, a recipe, and you don't have to share the whole recipe, but I used to be in love with Snickers and then I was in love with caramel cafe latte. Like if you have a flavor of Shakeology, I need you to put it in the comments too. So there is that. Okay, now, and I need suggestions. So right now while I'm talking, put them in the comments. So as Erin said, she put out a feeler to see who was having success in BOG groups. And my first reaction was me. BOG groups are my like superpower. And it was not always that way. And so it kind of makes me like laugh inside when that's my first response, because literally less than a year ago, my BOG groups weren't so great. We had a lot of conversations, those of us leading it together, about why there was so much cricket noise in the BOG groups. They were very lifeless. And one thing led to another. And it just so happened that because of the group of people that I was working with, some of them were kind of stepping back or going in different directions or whatever. And so I was sort of forced when MBF came out to lead my own BOD group. It was horrifyingly scary. I did not want to do it. I dragged my feet forever. I think it was Lindsay, but correct me if I'm wrong, Lindsay, who was like, girl, just lead your own group. It's going to be fine. And so I did. So I found some people who wanted to do the early access to MBF. It was a very small group. I want to say it was like 6 of us. And I just ventured off and I led it by myself. And that group was awesome. Those 6 people were so highly involved and engaged and interactive and like full of energy in that group. It rocked my world. And it encouraged me to then do a general group by myself and then do a 9-week control freak group by myself. And then I don't remember what all I've done. But I now lead them by myself, and that energy from that MBF group has just carried through, and they're just, I love them. I love going to that group every day, and I never think that there are crickets, because there just aren't. So my first suggestion is absolutely, if you have not led one yourself, be brave, venture out, even if it's small, do it, because, and here's why I think it's important. Because I think that when I was leading it with others, I had like a post every 3rd or 4th day. And then the next person had a post every 3rd or 4th day. And then the next person. And it was sort of all over the place, even though we like talked and had themes and felt like we were cohesive and whatever. But it also was not genuinely and authentically me. And I have a pretty big personality. And even if you're not like big and bold and loud, you also have a very genuine, like, distinct personality, whether you think you do or not. And the people that sign up with you, and they want to hear you. And so when you do your own BOG group, you get to do that. And I've heard tons of trainings about how pinned posts should be really short, or pinned posts should be really long, or pinned posts should be whatever. The reality I find is pinned posts should be you. So whatever you think, whatever you feel, you need to do that. I did take one tiny chunk for, I didn't even last like a week. I went to one of the prefab sites where you can, pay in and get posts already made for you and whatever. And I plugged some of those into my group at one point because I was lacking some creativity, and they like bombed. And I totally changed them and made it in my own voice like they tell you to and all of that. But the bottom line was, I found that if I don't use a guide, if I just do my pinned posts from my heart and from whatever I'm thinking or feeling or whatever that day or that week, they resonate with the people in the group. They do. And I'm a long writer. If you look at any of my posts online, like I write a book for every post, and my pinned posts are no different, but my people seem to dig it. So that's what works for me, and I just go with it. And I write them in chunks. I schedule ahead. I got really inspired for whatever reason on Saturday by Amwala during the workout I was doing, and I literally went and put on a dry erase board like the next 4 topics I was going to do for my pinned posts this week, because he was saying things, and I was like, oh, I got to talk about that, and I got to talk about that, and I got to talk about that. And so that's one of the places that I get my my inspiration. And speaking of that, I asked about the Shakeology recipes on purpose because Erin said, ooh, I'd love to hear what some of your posts are like. that's totally something that I would write on a post, and I probably will this week, because today I had that thought and I had that moment where pina colada was gross, and everyone in my group knows me as the pina colada girl, and I don't love it right now. And so I'm absolutely going to put a post out there that's just like that. And as we saw here, several people shared, because people want to be helpful and people want to be engaged and people want to get in on the conversation. And I'm literally just asking for help in my pinned post. I need ideas. And there are chances other people need ideas out there too. And so either someone will respond with an idea, or someone will respond with, oh my gosh, I need them too. And either way, they're engaging, and either way, they're feeling involved. So number 1, be brave, lead your own group. Number 2, write the pin posts from your own heart and soul and personality, whatever that means to you. There's no right or wrong. Number 3, and I've heard mixed trainings on this as well, is I am really, really engaged in my group. I do a lot of lives in there. I do all the pinned posts. I do a pinned post every single day. I pop in and comment on the different workout logs that people are posting. In fact, I tell people this because this is kind of a new change for me, but I had this standard for myself where I told myself I had to comment on every single person's log in the group every single day. And it was taking me forever. And I was staying up until midnight because it was always the last thing that got done. And I would get in my PJs and I would get in bed and I would spend like an hour on my bod groups, loving it and digging it and giving all my energy to it. And it was too much. And so one day I actually went live in my group and I cried because I'm a dork and that's what I do. And I said to them, guys, I can't do it anymore. I love you dearly. I will absolutely still be present here, but I'm not going to comment on every single post anymore because it's just too much. It's too big. You guys are all here for each other. You're commenting on each other's posts. Like, you don't need me. And not surprisingly, because they're awesome, I got so many comments on that live and everyone was saying, we don't expect that from you. Like, please show when you can and where you can and how you can. And we will continue to support one another when you're not there. And we feel the love. But even saying that and setting my own boundaries, I'm still super, super, super engaged there. I now have a philosophy for myself that I will read everyone's log and like it, but I will only comment on the ones that really speak to me, or that I have time for that day or whatever. But I feel like the fact that I'm really engaged there and I pour a lot of energy into the group sets the tone for them to also do the same. And I also send that out in a, like in the invite to the group, there's a place where you can change the text that Beachbody has preset. I do a pretty long bit there because that's what I do. And I very specifically say, you've got to log, you've got to comment on the logs of others, you've got to comment on the pinned post every day. Like, these are my expectations. And then I show up and do that myself. And so I feel like that sets the tone, that they know that that's what's expected and that's what I model. And so they want to do the same. Let me see. Oh yeah, I kind of already tapped on this one, but I do go live a decent amount in the group. And I'm a rambler. Again, I have a big, loud personality. I can get emotional and I do whatever. I say whatever I'm thinking. I tear up. I act like a dork. I am just me on that live. Sort of like tonight, I had some bullet points, but I don't rehearse what I'm going to say first. I don't overthink what I'm going to do or how I just hit.
Is she frozen or me? It's not me. Sometimes I get frozen too. And like, I lose everything. So I think it's just Laura. Okay. So she'll hopefully join back on. I've gotten kicked off and then come right back up. Yeah. So this is really good stuff. Do you guys have any questions that you have for Laura that she could maybe answer? I know she told me as well that she absolutely uses in the Coach Online office, there's challenge group guides for challenge groups as well. And that's totally something that I used to use when I started. And I still use things like that as well, to give you ideas, especially when you're getting started. So the challenge group guides are really, really awesome. I look at them as like a lesson plan for your challenge groups. Okay, Laura, there you are. What else do you want to say?
I don't know what happened, but what was I saying? Was I talking about going live when I cut out? Okay. So yeah, I get on there and I'm authentically me, and I think that really allows other people to authentically be them again. So people will comment and be pretty genuine, in their workout logs or in the comments that they share under each other's logs and under the pinned post. And lastly, again, see, I'm a rambler, even with my 5 points, I can't follow. I already talked about 2. But that I send a message at the beginning that very specifically states the expectations that I have, and then I model those expectations for the group. So even though it was out of order, a little messy, my biggest things that I have found that work are lead your own group, go big, go brave. Don't follow a guide, do the pins. And not that you can't follow a guide. Like if you're lacking inspiration, by all means, I absolutely follow the program specific guides. I think Aaron was maybe saying that. Right now I'm doing the 645 program specific group, and I am absolutely going to the website and using the 645 guide, but I change it a ton. Like, in fact, right now I'm kind of just taking the workout clip out of it. Like that's what I'm copying and pasting so that they see that every day. But then I don't necessarily follow the other topic of the day unless I feel like I need it, unless I'm just lacking an idea or whatever. But so that's 2, is do pinned posts that really speak from your own experience. 3, be really present in the group because they will do what you do. 4, go live, be genuine. And 5, make sure you set your expectations and then model those appropriately. So I think that's it. But I really do have an active group, and I got to tell you, I literally on Saturday night, like at 11:59, signed up my first coach that is from Instagram, who has never been in a bod group with me or interested in that. Every single other coach that I have has come up from my bod group. They signed up as a customer and they experienced it, they loved it, and they wanted to get in it. So if you can create a really strong, healthy bod group, it can do great things for your customers as well as for your coaches.
That's perfect. Thank you so much, Laura. So there are some questions. If you want to answer those questions, so Morgan actually sent her question to me, but I think she meant to send it to everybody. So maybe Laura, if you want to answer these questions in the chat box, and then maybe we can talk about them here if we have time at the end. But Morgan asked this. So when your bod groups are falling flat, when you notice there's a lull, what are some suggestions to get them back on track? So if you have any ideas, you want to drop those. And then Julie asked what some of your nighttime check-ins are like, if you do nighttime check-ins. So if you could answer those in the chat, that'd be awesome. But thank you. But I want to draw attention to the fact that, so Laura is a really strong diamond coach on our team, you guys. Like, she has a very solid team. Okay. And her team is there because of the bod group, right? That team is evolving and growing because the experience in the bod group is so awesome. They don't want to leave. And she also has coaches that are sharing this confidently because they know they can duplicate that. And so that's the process there that's so beautiful, is to get people in a group. It doesn't matter how big it is, but just rock the group and help people get results, help people feel safe, whatever that means, and accepted, and a judgment-free zone where people can grow and change together. And they get results, they're never going to leave. I mean, that's why I'm still here, is because like I finished my first program in a group and I was like, I can't leave this. Like, these are my people. Right. And then I wanted to lead a group because I wanted to do the same thing for somebody else. So that ripple effect starts with really great bod groups. I just kind of like restarted mine a little bit in a way. And I did that by sending out a form, and I was like, all right, fresh start. I need to know where you're at, what your goals are, and what you want from me, and what kinds of cool things you want me to do with this group. I just flat out ask people. So like, if you think things are falling flat, I made a free Google form, and like, it was like a questionnaire on just the things that I was wondering about what people wanted in the bod group. So that's always something you could do too. So there's no harm in admitting that things suck. That's how we grow. We're supposed to be bad at things and fumble our way until we figure it out. That's like what I feel like this business is all about. All right. So I'm going to transition. Thank you so much for your time and energy and all of that, Laura. That was really helpful and hopefully inspired some of you guys. Okay. So I'm going to transition over to the body launch. Okay. Beachbody On Demand Interactive. Now I need you to be like all ears, ask questions in the chat, all of that. But before I even start, I just want to let you know, there's a really, really amazing training on the Beachbody Champions Facebook page that literally shares everything you need to know. Okay. So if you're going into this and you're like, I know nothing about this, then your job literally probably tomorrow in the next 24 to 48 hours is to watch the training on the Beachbody Champions Facebook page about it's called the Body in the Mix launch. Okay. It's everything you need to know. Okay. But I'm going to kind of highlight some of the basic ones. So here's what you all need to know is that on Friday, Nutrition Plus members only will have access to Beachbody On Demand Interactive beta test. Okay. The beta test is what Beachbody is doing to be like, okay, here's the sneak peek, you guys. Let's see how this works. They're going to constantly be sending surveys and asking for feedback and tweaking things before the major launch in September. So on Friday, for example, at 10 a.m. Pacific time, Autumn Calabrese is doing the first live workout on Beachbody On Demand Interactive. Okay. I'm not going to miss that. Okay. And so I don't want any of you guys to miss this either. And so, but that only happens if you're a Nutrition Plus subscriber, which is on top of Beachbody On Demand. Okay. And if you don't have that, you can subscribe right now and it's free for the first 30 days. So you can try out Nutrition Plus or Beachbody On Interactive for free. Okay. Need I say more? Right? Like that's all you need to know. And here's the thing too, is that anyone, even if you do not have a Beachbody On Demand account right now, you can get a free trial to Body and try the beta test out too. So like your best friend or the person that said no 45 times over and over again, they can do the beta test of Beachbody On Demand Interactive as well. Okay. At a point in time in September, only BOD members can also have Beachbody On Demand Interactive. You will have to have BOD to have Body. Okay. But not right now because Beachbody's like, try it, please try it. Everybody, please try it. Please try it for free. Please try it for free. Okay. Nutrition Plus right now is what do they call it? The monthly fix in the Mindset membership, which is all nutrition focused. Okay. And it's got extra meal plans on it. It has Alana's tips, Autumn's tips, monthly tips that they're always giving you this extra added value. But all of this will become Body. Okay. So Nutrition Plus is going to morph into Body only. And so when we go on to the Beachbody On Demand interface, when we go into our app, when we go into Apple TV or Fire TV or whatever, Apple TV Fire Stick, we will have a tile for Body if we have this extra membership or this trial. Okay. But on Friday, it will be under Nutrition Plus. Okay. And here's the thing is that to stay on top of what the workout schedule is, or when Autumn's doing this, or behind the scenes, or kind of the little details right now, we just need to follow the body page on Instagram, Beachbody On Demand on Instagram, because that's where they will upload the schedule, and Autumn will go on there before she does her workout, and she'll go on there after she does her workout, and you can get some information and whatever, and they'll have the schedule and that kind of thing. But according to Carl on the wake up call today, on Thursday, we will be able to sign up for her class on Friday, because that's what you do. It's like going to a class at a studio. Like people go to Cycle Bar, they have to sign up for the class ahead of time. Okay. And that's the same way with Beachbody On Demand Interactive. You do have to sign up for the class ahead of time. And the first 100 people to sign up can be part of the, what are they calling it? The Beachbody On Demand podcast. Yeah, they can be part of the podcast. And so meaning like you could be a little Zoom square behind the trainers, featured on the screen, interacting, whatever. Okay. And so it's just really, really cool. And I don't want you to miss it. So the number one piece of action that I want you to take tonight is to freaking sign up for the Nutrition Plus subscription trial. It's free. Like David didn't have it until today, but he has it now because it's free. Like, why would he not do that? Why would we not do that? Okay. It's free. And so there will be a point in time where you can decide, do I want to keep doing this or not? After the subscription runs up or the free trial runs up, it's $19.95 a month on top of your Beachbody On Demand membership. Okay. But the thing of it is there will be prorated, what's the word I'm looking for? Like memberships where you can have both of them together and pay for it annually, both of them together. Those are the details that you will learn on that training on Beachbody Champions. Okay. Prorated meaning because like maybe my bot account's not up for until January, but I want to add body subscription to it. Beachbody is just going to kind of combine things and make the price right for me based on what I've already paid, what I have left over, that kind of thing. They're going to prorate it. Okay. What's really cool about this, from my perspective on an income standpoint, is that if people have $19.95 memberships, you're making a monthly commission on everybody's body memberships. And this is the big thing right now, is the live virtual memberships to at-home fitness, right? From all of our competitors out there. And it's way cheaper than any other interactive at-home fitness program. And so this is really great. And this is what I want you to kind of decide, is how to talk about this. How do I share this with people on stories or my challenge groups or my coaches? It's not share exactly what it is, but how it will help them. That's what you need to think about. How's this going to help you? Okay. Like why are you excited about Beachbody On Demand Interactive? I mean, like, I don't know about you, but like, I'm so excited to take a live class from Shaun T like once a week, like get in my head every week, Shaun, in person, live, speak to me, please. And to work out with Amala in person and like my favorite people, like this is going to be so cool. Like we're at the class, right? But what it can also do for me is maybe give me an extra workout. It can give me a supplement. Maybe I don't want to do a cardio workout from Amala on 6:45 because maybe somebody else is going to be, maybe Jericho's going to do a really cool cardio workout and I want to feel her vibe that day. Maybe I want to do something extra. Maybe I want to do a meditation. Maybe I need extra stability, or stability and mobility kind of workouts. It's a great supplement, but think about from your point of view, how this will benefit other people. And that's how we need to talk about it and share about it, what it's going to do for other people. So many people that I talk to, they're like, I can't do at-home fitness. I like live classes, right? Okay, cool. Let's do it. Like, let's bring that to you. This will work with a Peloton. There's going to be cycling classes on there immediately. Like we're not waiting on the mixed bike to come to us. There will be cycling classes because so many people already have bikes at home and they'll go ahead and be able to tune into that. So there's a lot of details in between, but those are the things that I really want you to kind of think about. But here's the thing is that, okay, I want to explain this to you well. So I wrote it down. August 5th, that's Thursday. That's this Thursday, August 5th. Is the last day for people to enroll in the free trial. Okay. So if you as a coach or your customers come to you on August 6th on Friday and they're like, I want to do body, they're going to pay $19.95. So that's why you just have to go ahead and get it now if you want to try it. Okay. So on August 6th, they're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it. But up until that point, it's a free trial. So you can add it on. It doesn't cost anything. Okay. That's what you need to know. Let's see. What else did I want to say? Okay. Enroll okay. So after Friday, it is $19.95, even if you are a coach and there is no coach discount. And even if you have BOD now, you don't get to do it for free. If your customers come to you on Friday and they want to be part of BOD Interactive, they can't just buy it for $19.95 without Beachbody On Demand. So on Friday, you will pay $19.95 if you have BOD. If you don't have BOD, you're going to have to get a BOD challenge pack, which is cool. Like, that's okay. I think that's a selling feature. Okay. Like, that's a good, like, I think that's cool. Like, I think people are going to be like, oh, I really want to do this. I want to try this out. This sounds amazing. Okay. Let's get you started with a Beachbody On Demand challenge pack or $645, because the Nutrition Plus membership will come with a free trial if you get those challenge packs, those new challenge packs with BOD, just like they always have. They've always come with a free 30-day trial. Okay. But right now you can get it for free without BOD. You can get it as a standalone. I'm saying that over and over again because I was like, all these details to me, I was like, I have to draw a picture because this is too much, right? But it's not. Like, I hope you understand that. But I'll share all my notes, and you can also watch the training on Beachbody Champions. Now, I want to show you a couple of things. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up on my screen first, and then I'll share it because I want to make sure I have it all squared away. And I'm logged in. Okay. All right, let me sign back into my coach account because I want to show you a couple of things. So today I was, I've been learning about this, but today I was just like, oh my gosh, we got to do something with this. Okay. So bear with me. I know what time it is, but I'm going to wrap this up. Okay. Really soon, but I want to show you how to be really proactive this week with your business with this. Okay, so I'm logged in. Okay, so now I'm going to open Zoom again. Where did you guys go? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. All right, share. I hope I can share. The last time I did this, I couldn't share my screen. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. So here's one thing I want to show you. All right. So this is a website, tbbcoach411.com/coach-link-generator. I'll copy this. Okay. I'm sharing this with you because, okay, where's my chat box? Sharing this with you because now my chat box has disappeared.
Go to the top where it says post, your last tab.
Well, it's not
be in Zoom right there.
Oh, no, maybe you guys can grab it for me or something, or type it in there. It's just like how things are showing up for me. Okay. So, or you can Google it. That's how I always get there, by the way. I go to Google and I type in coach link generator, and this is what I find. This is really cool because what we do is you enter your coach ID number. Okay. So I entered my coach ID number, click submit. And then what I have here are links to send people to enroll, okay, that are attached to my Coach Business Center. When I go to step 1 in your coach ID, submit, then I have step 2, select a category. I can select nutrition programs, okay? And then down here is the Nutrition Plus membership, okay? So I can copy and send this link to anyone and everyone to get enrolled in their free trial of Nutrition Plus, because this is going to take them to a cart. It'll prompt them to log in or create an account if they don't have an account yet, and to check out, but they will check out and it will be $0. Okay. And so you can send this to your coaches, to your customers, to your non-coaches and customers, to anybody, and they can enroll with Nutrition Plus that easily. Okay. And so typically if it's I like to build a cart for someone, and you can also go to share a cart and build a cart. But this could also be super easy, especially if you're going to do what I'm going to show you next. Okay. So you can also go into share a cart and build a cart for someone with Nutrition Plus only. I did that today. I don't know where I shared that, Rise Up Leaders, where I was kind of walking you through that. Okay. So the other thing I'm going to show you is in the Coach Online office. Okay. In the Coach Online office, we can, if you already have customers, you already have coaches, you've inherited people, whatever. Okay. You can see who does not have a Nutrition Plus membership, who doesn't have bot or whatever. Okay. So if I go into monitor my business, I can go to subscription orders. And then under this, let me pull this up. Okay. What I do is see all these like pretty colored boxes. You click and drag what kind of report or what kind of information you want. So this is active subscription. So you have to ask yourself, what information do I want here? Well, today I was like, well, who do I have in my downline? I was like, who my coaches are missing out on this? Okay. You guys are like, oh my God, is my name going to show up? So I'm like, who is missing out on this awesome opportunity? So I'm like, okay, who are my coaches that have bod subscriptions, but don't have Nutrition Plus? So I drag bod to the active subscription box. Okay. Then I click and I drag Nutrition Plus to the inactive. Okay. And then notice here, my coaches tab is highlighted. So it generated that report for my coaches. Okay. So these are my personally sponsored coaches on my First Business Center who have Beachbody On Demand, but do not have Nutrition Plus. So then what I did was, I have to move you guys out of the way here for a second. Oh no, now I can't see you. Okay. Hold on, please. Okay. So what I did then is I scrolled up here to the top and I clicked on export report. And so that sent all of that information to a spreadsheet. So I can just copy all the emails and email everybody out. And that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Like the next 2-3 days, I'm going to be emailing people and be like, hey, this is what's happening. This is what BODi is. You need to have your Nutrition Plus free subscription by this date so you can do Autumn's live workout with me on Friday. Right? That's what I'm going to be doing for the next few days. It's just making sure people know what the heck's going on. Okay. All of this work will not pay off in a Success Club point or $1 tomorrow or this week, but it is going to help people in the future stay so plugged into Beachbody. It's going to give them a completely new experience, and it will absolutely 100% pay off in income in the Coach Online office in the next month. Okay. So I do want you to know that like this work will not pay off tomorrow, but it will pay off in the future. And these are the kinds of things that I think that we need to think about. But also then I can click on my customers. I have a bazillion, like I have like 17 pages of people who have bought subscriptions and no Nutrition Plus. So like, I'm going to send hundreds of emails tomorrow to people with the link to get their free trial of Beachbody On Demand Interactive. Okay. So that's something that you can think about. And those of you that are brand new, like great information to have. If you don't have customers or coaches, just make sure that you have your Nutrition Plus, right, subscription so that you can lead by example right now. And you can just take advantage of this. And that's what's really cool about this. And so moving forward after tonight, let's just make sure of 3 things. Okay. Number 1, that you yourself have your Nutrition Plus. Go ahead and like add in the comments if you already have it, or you need to get it, or if you need help getting it. Okay. And we'll make sure that we can get that for you. And then number 2 would be communicating with your challenge group. Like if you have a bod group, go in your bod group tomorrow and go live and talk about this and your excitement for it, but also send a message to everybody and give them the link. Okay. To go ahead and get their free trial started. Now, what I'm also doing in my email and my messages is I'm also going to give them a link to join my BODi Interactive beta test group as well on bod groups. I want to give people another reason to give it a shot, that all of us who are going to try it, we're also going to be in our own test group so we can talk about it and see what we like about it. Because I think it's going to be fun, and any way to create community for free in bod groups is fun. I'm not going to have a curriculum. I'm not going to do anything fancy. It's just like, let's try it and see what we think. Let's do 3 workouts a week. Okay. And let's go from there. All right. Everyone who has body will have Portion Fix, 2B Mindset. Sorry, let me start over. Everyone who subscribes to Nutrition Plus for the body beta test, okay, which is in August, they will have access to 2B Mindset and Portion Fix, so they can follow the meal plans that we're following. And we will have 3 workouts a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I think they said 4 workouts a day. You look at my notes. Hold on. I want to tell you correctly. 3 live classes, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's why I said our goal would be to have 3 workouts a week or something. I'm just riffing that part. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like at the end. They'll be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They'll be at 10, 2, and 4 Pacific. So that's later for our time and, Eastern Standard Time, but whatever, it's a beta test, right? Everybody's on West Coast time. Give them a break. Okay. Like, get your workout done in the morning for 6:45. And then if you want to do an extra on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or you want to try something new, whatever. But what's also cool is that 1 hour after the live class, the classes will be populated into the body library. So it's not like they disappear. They'll be there later. So it's like, if you missed it at 1 p.m. because you had an appointment or you were at work and you really wanted to do Autumn's workout on Friday, you can do it when you get home. It's going to be there. So you're not going to miss anything by like not being on live. So that's kind of cool. Like I said, Carl said that on Thursday, we'd be able to sign up for the class. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that looks like, whatever. We're rolling with it because it's a beta test. Okay. We're just rolling with it. We're going to have strength, cardio, HIIT, bar, boot camp, core, and yoga classes during our beta test. And all of our Beachbody super trainers will be doing them, as well as some new trainers they've hired just for body classes. So it'll be cool. They did not say there would be cycling during the beta test. So just heads up on that. Okay. That's all I have. All right. Let me see if anybody needs any ideas, any help. Oh, good. You guys have it. Okay. I'm so glad this was helpful. So what I took some like really rough notes on tonight, and I will just upload those to the team page. And then if you guys have any questions, drop them on the team page. We can help each other, but the training on the champions page, golden, like just go watch it. It's great. I took a lot of screenshots from it. There was a lot of great detail about pricing and all that kind of stuff. The next thing that I just want to tell you about, that I will be coming to our team page to do live training on the team page, will be about our preferred customer program. My mind is like blown with everything. Preferred customer program is also launching this week. Okay. So don't let that freak you out. Focus on one thing at a time. We got this. Okay. Don't worry about anything, but I will do more training to help you be ready for that this week. Okay. So I think that's it. So thanks again for being on here tonight and being on here for so long. I'm going to take a quick photo. So you guys go ahead and unmute your video. All right. Yeah, Laura, it is. I know. Okay. Yeah. Everything's going to be amazing. We're going to pop some diamonds with that preferred customer program in a huge way. All right. So we got everybody unmuted here, your video, I can see you. Okay. So I'm going to take a quick pic. You're still awake. I'm so thankful. All right. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. All right. So it's my bedtime. I'm going to be uploading this recording tomorrow morning when I wake up. I'm going to jump off here. I have met my limit for the first day of school and team call night and all the stuff I've learned today for you guys, but I will drop my notes that I shared tonight that I read from to the team page tomorrow, the recording tomorrow. Hopefully this was super helpful and you guys can get really excited. Just go get your Nutrition Plus trial so you can make sure you are ready to go on Friday. All right. Thank you guys. I'll see you later. Thanks so much, Laura, for everything tonight too. That was great. See ya.